Alright, hey, what's up guys? GratuiTous from itsgratuitous.com. So for many of you guys, you don't know that I used to be an electrician here in Canada for many years, and today I want to just organize my tools. I'm not going to organize them with you, but I want to talk about a couple things about if you want to be a music producer. It's really important to keep a full-time job and use that full-time job to allow you to make enough money to do music. All right, if you just try and do music, it's gonna be really hard for you, okay? You're always gonna be thinking about money. But yeah, so being an electrician was really, really helpful in learning music production, because the schooling, we learned about like sine waves, and we learned about phase and tons of stuff like that. So being an electrician really helped me learn music production better. And as you can see, I have tons of different bags here, but it's just like when you're starting to learn music production, you don't know what tools you like. You don't know what tools are good. Like, for example, in the electrical industry, Klein Tools is like number one. Like, they're awesome brand. Here's a really cool screwdriver. This is like a multi screwdriver, but it's like not just a typical one. So it's really for electricians, just these different types of bits. This is even like a nut driver. It pulls out. Even within here, you have like different nut drivers within and different bits. So like this one tool saves you from having to bring like tons of tools if you're doing like a little maintenance job or something. Even when it comes to drills, like there's different models. Like there's like the homeowner's drill, which is like good for doing, small tasks. But in electrical, it's like we are constantly drilling. This is a bit of a newer drill before I stopped doing electrical, and this is a metal chuck. Sometimes they're plastic, and then they get so beat up. But this is like a nice drill because it lasts long. I think you even get a 5-year warranty with a nicer drill. But again, like when you're first starting up, like you don't know. It's a cool little tool. It's called a hacksaw. So it's like a sawzall, but it's for a single hand. And so this thing is amazing. So if you don't know about electrical, you can bend pipe, and you always have to cut pipe. Then you have to ream pipe. If we wanted to cut pipe, like this is a metal blade. As you can see, it's all burnt. If I can find a wood blade. Yeah, I can find one. Okay, good. And there's different sizes of these as well, right? Like this one's like extra long, depending on like the task you're doing. So after you cut pipe, for your wires, you got to ream it. And so you can see it has this like little teeth right here, right? And depending on the size of the pipe, if it's 1/2 inch, or if it's 3/4 inch, or if it's 1 inch, and you can actually replace these teeth. Again, I don't want to take too much of your time because I also want to get organized here too. There was a couple tools I wanted to show you here quickly. I highly recommend like a tape measure that is nice and thick, because watch, you can get this thing so far. Sometimes, on lunch break and stuff, you'd always kind of joke around. So when you have a tape measure, especially if you're trying to measure center of lights, I'm already out 11 feet. Oh, there it broke. So a good tape measure is like a necessity. Even if it gets wet and stuff, you always want to make sure you maintain this. Being an electrician or a plumber, very often you're dealing with pipes in the ground with sand. So I would not bring a tape measure like this out into the sand. This thing's like $30-40, and they break sometimes. And you're like, man, I have to go buy a new tape measure. So again, if you're working in the sand, make sure, just a cheap $5 tape measure is good enough. Meters, right? So you start learning about meters as an electrician. You start learning about resistance, voltage, amperage. But the thing is, it's nothing to do with like electrical engineering. Like, as an electrician, you just follow prints. What I'm trying to say is, like, in the audio industry, if we're talking about preamps, or if we're talking about capacitance and inductance and stuff, like in electrical school, like you really don't learn that too intense. Okay, so I'll just give you guys one little last look around. So I want to organize through these. My main reason is it's still winter, and so there's not many spiders out around winter time, and yeah, these things had some spider webs going on in them. So I got to clean these up, and that's it. So yeah, I hope this video just gives you guys some inspiration, because like I said, when I started doing music production, it's all I thought about when I was at work. I didn't have to worry so much about money because I was working still. And like I always tell you guys, on the weekend, you always want to make sure you set up your week so that you can spend your time making music And the week I always found was I would get organized. So Monday to Friday, electrician or just trades, you work really, really early, right? 7 in the morning starts. Sometimes if you're behind on the job, it could be earlier starts. So yeah, so just some encouragement for you guys. If you guys want to make it in the music industry, I highly encourage you guys to have a nice job. A trade is a great job. I highly recommend plumbing. Electrical is great too, and HVAC. All right, so all three of those I highly, highly suggest to look into. You can make a lot of money. It allows you to get a lot of experience. And depending how driven you are, if you even wanted to start up your own little company, you can still have your own company and still do music on the side. And again, you don't have to worry about money as much. And the biggest thing is, like, if you take holidays or if you do things, you have money to tie you over on those holidays. And many times on the holidays, I would take time off to make music because I'm still so passionate about making beats and stuff. But yeah, so if you guys ever have any questions about FL Studio, about making beats, you guys feel free to reach out to me. Again, I want to get on this and get organized. But so you guys have a good day, and you guys visit GratuiTous.com. I have 26 FL Studio courses and tons of other stuff. So take care, and I hope this was inspirational for you.